Hashimoto sufferers, thyroid issues. I'm here to tell you today we're going to take a stand against minimum testing. We're going to take a stand against traditional medicine not getting the answers to what's going on with you, and finally answering as to why you've got the hair loss, the weight problems, the fatigue, the dry skin, the irritability. This is a thyroid problem that can be solved if you just get the testing, all right? Minimum testing does not get to why your thyroid isn't functioning right. That is what we're going to talk about today. This is your lucky day. And at the end of this video, hang on tight. I'm going to give you an offer that you're going to be very excited about, I promise. So let's just basics in terms of thyroid, why your thyroid does not work well, and the testing involved with it. All right, here's your thyroid. You go to your doctor. Like, all right, it could be you losing your hair, you're gaining weight, you got dry skin, you're not feeling like yourself, you're just worn down. Let's do a couple tests, all right? They're going to test how does your brain communicate with your thyroid. They're going to run this thing called TSH. Congratulations. You probably had that done already. What does your TSH look like? Okay, now we know what the brain is communicating with the thyroid. Great. They might then also run the hormones that are produced by the thyroid, T4, and then its converter into the more active form, T3. Great. And there you go. That's it. That is the puzzle for your doctor, typically. And that's what they'll tell you. Well, your thyroid looks fine. Or they might look at this and be like, oh, your thyroid's not fine, but not do anything else, all right? Let's fill in this puzzle. This is what I do all day long. What is causing the imbalance here? And if it looks normal, well, why else would you be having these symptoms if this looks normal? I'll tell you why. Number one, how do your iodine levels look? How do your selenium levels look? These are very important minerals. How do those look? You can draw blood and find that out. Piece of cake. What else? Your adrenal glands. On another video, I talk at length at the importance of the adrenal glands and its effect anatomically on the thyroid. Just simply, stress hormone is called cortisol. Cortisol produced by the adrenal glands can negatively impact how the thyroid functions. If your adrenal glands don't work right, your thyroid won't work right, and that is the truth. And you can look at this little piece right here all day long. You're missing big pieces, all right? Iodine, selenium, adrenal glands. What else? How about toxins? We know toxins are bad for us. Well, how does it affect the thyroid? BPA, that's plastics that we are finding more and more and more are everywhere in our food source, in our food cycle, in our water system. We're getting plastic into our thyroid and into our bodies at a high rate, way higher than our ancestors ever did. That's a problem. What about pesticides? We're covering our foods, if you're not eating organic, with pesticides and toxins, which can affect the thyroid. What about heavy metals? Things like mercury, things like arsenic, cadmium, lead. These are never meant to come out of the earth and be spread out within our food system. Those heavy metals are found in our bodies at higher and higher rates with each generation. That can affect the thyroid. Is your doctor testing for this? No. So that's a problem. Okay? What else do we need to look for? How about antibodies, your immune system? If you got Hashimoto's, the very definition of Hashimoto's is that your thyroid is under attack by your own immune system. It's an autoimmune problem. Are they testing for that? You can test in the blood work antibodies to your own thyroid. Literally, your body has created an attack force called antibodies, which should be attacking bacteria. They should be attacking viruses. They should be attacking parasites. They're not supposed to attack your own body. They're not supposed to attack your own thyroid gland. Are they testing for it? No. That you need to test for. What else could be a problem? Things like smoking. I guess you could throw that in there with toxins. We'll put the smoking over here. The cyanide that's in the tobacco products that you use, that cyanide, that's not good for us. So we'll put that in there. How about hormones? That's a big one. If you have an irregular cycle, menstrual cycle, if you have an irregular cycle as a young woman, you're going to have problems with your thyroid, very likely. Okay? Fluctuations in estrogen plays a huge role with these hormones. What about if you're into perimenopause, the beginning of transitioning to menopause, or into menopause itself, and those hormones are dropping? The drop in the estradiol, in particular, has a huge effect on the thyroid, including too much estradiol, things like endometriosis and imbalances there too. PCOS, where you have too much testosterone. If your hormones are thrown off, it sucks away the building blocks for the hormones that your body needs to make here. This problem has to get fixed if you're ever going to fix this, okay? So that's a big one. And then the last one I want to mention here, which is a huge problem for people, and they have no idea, are food sensitivities. This plays a huge role on the thyroid, and guaranteed your doctors are not testing for this. They don't even believe in it. And I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole other conversation for another day. Just remember that food sensitivities play a role, just like hormones do and these other things. If you are sensitive to a food, you're creating an inflammation in the body that's driving your immune system to attack those foods, and this thing called molecular mimicry, that antibodies ends up attacking your own thyroid. Very similar to what we have going on here. So your doctor is testing this and this. And look at all the things you're missing. Look at all of this they're missing out on. You've got to get this stuff tested. If you're spinning your wheels with your doctor and you're not getting anywhere with losing weight, and you're not getting anywhere with your energy, and you know that you've got a thyroid problem, or you've been told you have a thyroid problem, but the doctor is saying you don't have a thyroid problem, here is your opportunity. The offer here is this: a free call, number one. Speak to us. We're functional medicine doctors here in this office. You want to speak to us about your history. What have you been up to? What is your health history? What has been done? What has not been done? And then we start the process of determining whether you're a good fit in our office. As well, you get to learn about how we handle things in our office, how do things work in our office, so that you can understand what we do and how we do it to figure this stuff out, because this is critical for you to figure out. You could suffer for the next, who knows, if you're in your 20s and you have a thyroid problem, you could deal with this for the rest of your life. 50, 60, 70 years of this problem. That's ridiculous, okay? And that's why I do what I do, because traditional medicine is missing the boat. Take advantage of this free call to the link, at the bottom of this video, you'll see the link. Sign up for it as well. We also, in terms of where you are in the country, don't worry about that. We're located in the southeastern part of the U.S., but we see patients from all over the country. We do telehealth visits. Whatever we need to do to figure this out for you, we can help you do it. Locality does not matter. What matters is your ability to set up this free call. How about a half hour? It's going to be the best half hour you're going to spend in terms of your health in a long time, and that can get us started on this process of fixing your thyroid. Settle no longer minimal testing. You make that choice today. That ends today. You're going to figure out what's finally going on with you, and we're going to be happy to help you do it.